Warning, I have an opinion.
What's popping? So when Sam was 7 years old, he watched the animated movie phenomenon How to Train Your Dragon and hated it. Not a lot of people have agreed with him throughout the years, so one day, Sam just kind of decided that he was gonna rewatch it, and he was fed up with everyone saying that it was one of DreamWorks' best movies, and it was like what it was hyped up to be. So watched it again to see if, he was missing anything. That day was yesterday, at the time of recording that.
I made a pros and cons list so I know for sure if I liked or disliked the movie, like set it up and stuff like that.
So here are my thoughts on the movie How to Train Your Dragon. I'm not a huge fan of the character designs of the Vikings. I get that they, are Vikings, and that means that they ugly. Most of the designs of them are a little too basic. Except for Stoic, his design is sick. Hiccup seems too unconvincing at the beginning of the movie. He didn't sound like he was truly invested and that he wanted to be a Viking, like he kept saying. I also feel like that one was on the voice actor. It was his fault. Also, almost every side character annoys me. Like, I get that they are supposed to be mean or rude towards Hiccup because he is seen as lame to them, but they are more obnoxious than anything. For it being a DreamWorks movie, it was surprisingly unfunny, which was really disappointing. I get that this was made 11 years ago, but the graphics look more in the television style of DreamWorks more than it's used for the movies. I have mixed feelings about the scene when Hiccup learns all the dragon tricks, like in the montage. Like, it seems like a little too easy. Also, the dragons, I guess, are just lizard cats, apparently. One thing I really don't like about films sometimes is when they state the obvious too much, which is exactly what this movie does at all times. I prefer show and not tell storytelling, and it's really lazy writing in my opinion. It's also not like it's only this movie that does this. I mean, a lot of shows and movies have this problem. Like, I think it's the only thing that keeps Amphibia from being a perfect show. Everyone may not agree with me on this one, but I think the Hiccup and Astrid stuff was a little forced. Like, they should have slowed it down and hinted at it, hint at their relationship for future movies and stuff like that, like they did with Miles and Gwen in Spider-Verse. It kind of bothers me that the final boss is shown when there's only 20 minutes left in the movie. I mean, it bothers me because it just seems forced, like the last one. There's some forced things in this movie, like I guess they just wanted something for Stoic to fight or whatever. I find Hiccup mildly annoying throughout the movie, which is a shame because he's the main character. Again, I blame the voice actor for not being convincing enough. How in the world did Hiccup lose his foot from falling? Like, did a rock chop it off? Did Toothless land on it by accident? Or were they just looking for an excuse to have Hiccup and Toothless be matchy-matchy? You know what, that's probably what it is, but until then, I'm not really sure. Lastly, I find the ending kind of weak and rushed. Like, it seemed a little too perfect, a little too fast. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things that's forced in this. Enough complaints from me for now. Let's talk about some good things. I actually can't find anything wrong with Toothless. He's just perfect. I also don't have a problem with Stoic either. He's rad dad. The animation when flying and during some parts of the fight scenes were really well done, and I respect that because, again, this movie is 11 years old. I like that the designs and powers of the dragons, also like that they can go from scary to cute within half a second. It's one of the only funny parts of the movie. To sum it up, I like the dragons. The relationship between Hiccup and Stoic is actually really believable, and I love the scenes with the two of them. The backgrounds of the movie are very well done and are very pretty. I can also appreciate the score in this movie. It's very nice and epic music to have in the back in each scene. You also know when something's up when there isn't music playing in the back, which is a nice touch. The message of the movie is a good one, which is always be yourself and don't judge people from first impressions. Let me snick. The pep talk between Hiccup and Astrid is probably my favorite scene in the movie. It seems the most real, and it's when Hiccup owns up for his mistakes and takes charge and decides to be brave for his father. The whole conversation they had was a good part in a section of the movie in general. Finally, I like how they use the all of me line in the movie, where Stoic uses it at the beginning saying it's a bad thing, where he refers to Hiccup as all of him, but then towards at the end of the movie he's saying that it's a good thing that Hiccup is all of him, saying that all Hiccup needed to be was himself. Also, I didn't include the final fight because I couldn't decide if it was good or not. Like, most of it was just okay, but the part when Toothless and Mega Dragon fought in the clouds is actually pretty epic and cool. So that part doesn't count, I guess. So the total of the movie was 10 pros and 12 cons. But I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I would just merely say it's average. Nothing too special, but it's an okay movie to watch. I would say I recommend it, but I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you've already seen it because you were like, what? Somebody doesn't like this movie? I would give How to Train Your Dragon a 6.8 out of 10. I don't really know the rank of it amongst the other DreamWorks movies are yet. That video is coming though. I'm ranking all of them. That's coming at some point, so look forward to it. Until next time, friends!